So if I was to give an idea, this is the way that the process works. So you build your app once using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You wrap it with PhoneGap, and you can deploy to multiple platforms. And they really do have a wide range of platforms supported. So if you look at the supported platforms, it's iOS, Android, you've got the Windows. And basically with each of these platforms, you get slightly different feature availability. So this is showing that depending upon what version and what operating system you're working with, you do or don't have access to things like the camera or the contacts or the file system, geolocation. All of these additional things, many of which are not available to you when you're just building a mobile website. As a rule of thumb, PhoneGap is a great way to get started with app development, especially if you're taking like an Eric Ries lean startup approach where you're like, let's get some validated learning. Let's see if we built an app, is anyone actually going to use it? And it's a really good way of quickly developing a mobile app that you can very easily get user feedback from and make quick changes to. It's one of the cheapest ways of building a mobile app, and for some use cases, it'll be all you'll ever need to do. The main issue with using PhoneGap is, and it's interesting because I speak with many developers and each one has very strong opinions as to the best way of doing things. The downside with PhoneGap is that you can't create a truly native looking application. So your application still goes in the App Store, it still downloads, you still get the screen real estate, you still just click on that screen real estate and the app pops up. So this experience is same up to that point. But when the app pops up, it's very obvious to anyone that it's not actually an iOS application or an Android application. It's clearly a website that's been built using PhoneGap. And so the challenge with that is the look and feel is a little off, the buttons are a little off. It doesn't have exactly the same experience as all of the other apps on the phone. And I've heard two arguments to that. One argument is, it kind of looks unprofessional because it doesn't look the same as the other devices. The other argument I've heard is, there is no one way to build a mobile app because you need to have completely different look and feel and style to make something look native on Android and to make it look native on iOS and then to make it look native on Windows Mobile and so forth. So if you're going to have all those different styles, why not just have your own company style and your own look and feel? So I do know some developers that see PhoneGap as being a complete solution if you don't need great performance, if you don't need really kind of quick performance that you get only with a mobile app, only with a native app, excuse me. So there's definitely trade-offs around it, but if nothing else, PhoneGap is a great way to get started with a mobile app. And for some use cases, if you don't mind that the look and feel is a little non-standard, it's a little different from other devices you'd find on an iPhone or an Android, perhaps it's all the solution you'll ever need.